Hi, it's John Terry with Vision Advisors, and I want to welcome you to another Insight with Vision. Today, we're going to have an opportunity to talk about long-term care. Now, to me, this is a very important topic and one that far too many financial advisors overlook in the conversations they have with their clients. 7 out of 10 individuals 65 or older are going to experience a long-term care event prior to death. That long-term care event can literally cause them to lose all of the assets they've accumulated during the 30, 40, 50 years that have been their work experience. And that is one of the major contributors to early impoverishment in retirement. Having an opportunity to plan in advance so that in the event that uncertainty happens to an individual is key to making sure that financially they can have long-term success in retirement. And in the event life happens and they get injured or they get ill and they can't recover, the money needs to be there to be able to pay that and to cover those expenses related to dealing with that issue for the rest of your life, but doing so in such a way that it doesn't break the bank and ultimately see the family wiped out. Today, to have a conversation around that, we have back with us today Anthony Nizzi from Gillico, and I'm so excited to have him talk about one of the innovative solutions that we at Vision love to have conversations about with our producers, and that is their unique long-term care proposition. So, Anthony, looking forward to having an opportunity to instruct and train our advisors on you guys' unique long-term care solution and how it helps solve this long-term care issue that far too many people are dealing with without a plan.
Thank you so much, John, and thank you to all who are listening here to this segment. I want you to know how much I appreciate it, and really how much this product means to Guarantee Income Life, and it's really a special product here for us. Guarantee Income Life, just a quick background here on us. It's a company that's been around since 1926, based out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We've since grown significantly here over the past 5 years since our parent company, Couvert, purchased us in 2016. We've actually doubled in sales 5 times and will likely finish this year doing about $1.2 to $1.3 billion in annuity business. So we've really grown significantly here. But one thing that hasn't changed here is this AnnuiCare product. This AnnuiCare product with us was actually built back in 1999. And it is the same product that was built in 1999 that's being offered today. We haven't changed the fees, we haven't changed the benefits or anything like that here on the product. So, I think one of the things that you're going to see today a really simple and straightforward solution that you can offer your clients to help them during long-term care instances. So as I said, this product was launched back in 1999. The AnnuiCare is one of the original annuity-based long-term care products out there in the industry. We were one of the first carriers to offer both a qualified option in the AnnuiCare product for an asset-based long-term care product and a non-qualified option for asset-based long-term care. AnnuiCare is going to help you protect your client's money. Your client's money is going to be safe. It's going to be free from market risk. It's going to have some liquidity. And after the surrender period, their money is going to be completely liquid where they can walk away. I do want to really emphasize here with this product, I always like to get it out of the way early, that this is really not an accumulation product here for your clients. The real benefit for your clients is that last bullet point there, where the money is going to be worth 3 times its value for long-term care needs. One of the best things here about using an asset-based long-term care product for long-term care purposes is, the traditional long-term care is, if you don't use it, you lose it, right? And the premiums can become pretty outrageous for clients, especially as they get older. If they die before they have a long-term care claim, then pretty much all their premiums that they put into that long-term care policy are gone. one of the best things about using an asset-based long-term care is it provides a significant amount of long-term care benefits for your client. But if they don't use their long-term care benefits, they can walk away with their deposit back plus any interest, but their beneficiaries are going to get whatever's in the account value as a death benefit. So essentially, everyone's going to be made whole here in the end when you use a product like this. So our objectives that we're trying to accomplish here with this product are we want to protect your clients from, we want to protect their assets from the high cost of care. We want to allow them to maintain control of their assets. They're going to receive 3 times their account value. One of the best things about these types of products is the benefits paid out for long-term care purposes are all received tax-free. If they don't use the benefits, all of the entire account value is going to be passed along to their beneficiaries. And we're going to do all this without the clients paying any out-of-pocket expense for these benefits. So you put in $100,000, okay? So, let's just use simple math here. You put in $100,000, your benefit is going to be upwards of $300,000 for long-term care purposes. But, how do you get access here to those benefits? Well, it's really being able to perform 2 out of 6 activities of daily living. That includes bathing, continence, dressing, eating, toileting, or transferring, or requiring substantial supervision to protect the individual due to severe cognitive impairment. That is what needs to happen here in order for clients to be able to go on claim here for these long-term care benefits. Really, the things that we pay for, the list is long. They'll receive 100% of their daily maximum benefit for home health care, homemaker services, hospice services, personal care services, respite care, assisted living facilities care, Alzheimer's care, or nursing home care. And they can receive up to 50% of their daily maximum benefit for adult daycare. Now, I always get a question here on how do we determine the daily maximum benefit? And the daily maximum benefit is always the account value divided by 730. And why 730? Well, those are the amount of days in 2 years. Okay, so if you think about it, we will draw from your client's account value up to the daily maximum for a 2-year period. And then these benefits will continue to pay out for an additional 4 years. That's how you get to the 3 times your account value for long-term care purposes. So it does take, it is a 6-year benefit period for the client for these benefits. There's also no long waiting periods. Okay, so if you're approved for the AnuaCare product, you're going to have a 90-day elimination period, and the client can go on claim here at that point. A lot of annuity long-term care combos could have a waiting period as long as 2 years before they could potentially go on claim. We just have that 90-day elimination period out there.
And Anthony, we're seeing some carriers that are now extending that waiting period from 2 years to 3. So the fact that you guys have that very short window is a very, very attractive key feature that producers need to pay attention to.
Yes. I mean, it really is. And it's something, like I said, this is the same product that was issued for us back in 1999. So it's one of those things where that is a real benefit. To have that 90-day elimination period that we've offered to our clients here for over about 23 years here at this point. And another thing that really hasn't changed is the simplified underwriting that we do. So we don't have any medical exams. There's no lab work. No medical records are ordered. We also don't have any substandard ratings. Okay, so you're going to see. There are some other carriers out there that will offer maybe a 2 times benefit or a 3 times benefit. We're just a 3 times benefit. And that's often, that people who do business with us, explained to me that that is a really strong thing that they're able to go to their clients with, because the last thing they want to do is sell their clients on a 3 times benefit and then have to go back to them and offer them a 2 times benefit. So the fact that we only offer that one simplified approach is really a benefit here to us. There is just a 20-minute cognitive phone interview. And after that 20 cognitive phone interview, we'll usually 90% of the time we'll have a response at that moment, whether the client has been approved or declined here for the AnnuiCare product. The reason that is really important to the agent is when you're sitting down with the client, you're talking to them about this. We just have these 7 knockout questions that you go through. Okay, if the client answers no to these 7 knockout questions and they fit the height and weight chart, then they can proceed to the cognitive phone interview. You can do all of this before you take an app. So you're going to know whether the client has been approved or declined before you even move on to the application and funding of the AnnuiCare product. And oftentimes that's a real benefit here to you, because it could be something with a client saying, well, let me think about doing this. I'm not sure. And it's one of those, well, let's just answer the 7 knockout questions. Let's make sure you qualify first, and you can proceed with all of that before they go in. And underwriting is real, right? Like people don't like to go through the underwriting process. It's, for whatever reason, it's scary to some people. So to kind of have, I think, this non-intrusive approach is really a big benefit here to us. So after they answer the 7 knockout questions, they're going to proceed to the cognitive phone interview. Okay, what the process for this is, the agent is going to call our AnnuiCare underwriting team first. Okay, the AnnuiCare underwriting team is going to set up a case for the client. And then the AnnuiCare underwriting team is then going to hang up with the agent and call the client immediately at that point. Okay, what I always recommend when you're preparing your client for this telephone interview is make sure that this is the only thing going on in their world here at this point. Meaning, they're not watching a television show, they're not doing a crossword puzzle, that they are 100% focused on this cognitive phone interview, because they're gonna be asked to remember some things during this. They're not allowed to use a piece of paper or take notes or anything like that. But it's not a hard phone interview, but it is something that the client needs to pay attention to. So our premium limits for non-qualified money, $36,500 is the minimum deposit. For qualified money, it's a little higher, $50,000 for qualified money. And then the maximum that we'll take here in this product is $600,000. And $600,000 will give your clients $1.8 million in potential long-term care benefits for them. These are our current rates here on the product. So we have this product available in a 10-year version and a 7-year version and a 5-year version. Really the only difference here in these products is that the 5 and the 7 can be issued up to the age of 85. The 10-year product can be issued up to the age of 79, and then the rates that are associated with them. So these are 1-year rates. These rates can float from year to year. Really, I get asked all the time, like, well, what's the benefit of doing the 5, 7, or 10? And really, if your client is committed to using these assets, and this is, I want to reiterate this is not an accumulation play, right? This is absolutely a play that your client is going to be using these assets for long-term care purposes. Then the 10-year product is really the best way to go. And that's because they're planning on holding these for a long period of time. If they have any reservations about what this money is going to be used for, then maybe this isn't a solution for them, or maybe they go into the 5-year product. They still get the 3 times benefits. They get a little lower rate, but that money is going to be liquid for them if they need to use it for something else after 5 years. This is our expense table here for the client. So 0 to 55, really 18 to 55, we won't issue unless it's a legal adult. But 18 to 55, the expense for the client is 60 basis points a year. And you see it goes up here from there. So at age 85, the expense is 3.2%. These are all based on issue age, right? So if you have a 55-year-old, their expense for this product is going to be 60 basis points throughout the life of their contract. As you see here, as you get to some of the older ages, like 70, 78, 79, some of these expenses can be higher than the fixed rate in the product. And so I get asked all the time, can these expenses eat into my original premium? And the answer is yes, that they can. But based on the rates and everything, it will eat into it at a very slow rate, especially for some of these older ages. But the real benefit is, again, the 3 times the account value for long-term care purposes. These are the states that we're available in. Again, this product was issued back in started being issued back in 1999, right? So we're not in a lot of the upper northeast of the United States. We're not in Minnesota, Wisconsin, South Dakota, or Idaho, but we have, or Alaska or Hawaii, but we have the rest of the United States covered. So I would recommend, before you write the AnnuiCare product, is to just look at the issue states and make sure that the product is approved there. Again, upper northeast United States, when getting products approved with the states was a lot different in 1999 than what it is today. So most of the upper northeast is not approved here for this product. So I will give you just a couple of sales concepts here for you to walk away with here today. So as I mentioned, all of the benefits of this product are received tax-free to the client. So let's say we have an annuity product that's been in force for a decent amount of time, right? So we have a $100,000 annuity, there's a $50,000 cost basis, and there's a $50,000 taxable gain. So what I'm recommending is we take that $100,000 annuity and we move it over to the AnnuiCare product. And that's a 1035 exchange. And then what they're going to do is they're going to turn that $100,000 into $300,000 of tax-free long-term care benefits. So what they effectively did is they removed that $50,000 taxable gain if they use this money for long-term care benefits. This is an excellent solution for clients who have money inside of annuities that they're not expecting to use. This is a great way to receive this money tax-free and triple the value of it for long-term care benefits. The other thing that we run into quite a bit, and this is a really strong differentiator here for us, is that we'll accept both qualified and non-qualified money here for the client. So I'm sure all of you here who are listening to this call have sat down with a client at one point in time who need to take RMDs off of their qualified money. However, they don't need the RMDs. Okay, so how do we streamline the entire RMD process here for them and triple the value of their long-term care benefits? So let's just do this case study here. So we have a 72-year-old who has $500,000 in qualified assets. So their first year RMD would be $19,531 based on that $500,000. So if we transfer $100,000 into an AnnuiCare policy, what we do is we utilize a qualified bucket and a non-qualified bucket. So in order for the client to receive AnnuiCare benefits tax-free, the money does need to be in a non-qualified tax status. So what we do is we will move $20,000 a year over a 5-year period and we'll 1099 the client every year over a 5-year period for that $20,000. But what happens is after the 5-year period, they satisfied their RMDs for 5 years, and they took that $100,000 and turned it into $300,000 in long-term care benefits. So as I said, the way that Guarantee Income Life does it is we use that qualified bucket and a non-qualified bucket. We take a 20% withdrawal from the qualified bucket every year and move it to the non-qualified bucket and 1099 the client. That's different than the way that other carriers that accept qualified money do it. Other carriers that accept qualified money will put the money into a 5-year SPIA in order to move the money from a qualified status to a non-qualified status. And the reason that matters is I believe it was 2017, the IRS stopped looking at annuitized qualified money as satisfying RMDs. So follow me here. If you peel off $100,000 of this $500,000 and put it into a SPIA, the IRS still tells the client they need to take an RMD now based on $400,000. So the client will still need to satisfy their RMD elsewhere. By us using the bucket approach here, we're satisfying RMDs for that entire $500,000 in the AnnuiCare product. So this is a great, efficient way for your clients to satisfy RMDs using the AnnuiCare product. So what I want to summarize here for you guys is I want you guys to talk to your partners here at Vision if you guys have an asset-based long-term care situation. This is an excellent product for you to protect client assets at the high cost of care. And it's also, one of the concepts I didn't share with you, it's also a great split ticket approach. So I had a case about 3 months ago where what we had $1 million total. And what we did is we peeled off $750,000 and we put it into an accumulation product. And then we peeled off $250,000 and put it into an AnnuiCare product. And so what they effectively did is by peeling off $250,000 and put it into a AnnuiCare product, they gave themselves $750,000 in long-term care benefits, which is the same equal to the value of the money that they put in to the accumulation product. And that is a great split ticket concept of let's take a look, holistic planning here, and let's make sure that your assets are protected against a long-term care claim. Feel free to call our sales desk if you'd like. The number is posted up there on the screen, but definitely work with your partners here at Vision here if you have any questions on our asset-based long-term care product. And with that, John, I will turn it back to you.
Anthony, thank you. As I heard you talk and I'm thinking into the long-term care scenario that far too many financial advisors really haven't given thought to with their clients, the ability to get 3 times the amount of money they drop into this particular product is really part of the power of the solution that you have. And I was just thinking into an article I was reading yesterday that it said the average 401k balance for those 55 and older is just over $250,000. And even if the client needs $200,000 of that to be able to supplement their Social Security income, they roll $50,000 over into that annuity care product. They just created $150,000 worth of long-term care benefits. And through the process that you guys use to create that tax-free distribution of that money, that can be an incredibly powerful tool to provide that protection in the event it's needed. And if it's not, they're still able to pass that asset on with the premium plus the interest that it's accrued onto the heirs as a death benefit. That's huge and that's powerful. And it lets you be able to satisfy that long-term care question that the heirs may come up with and say, why didn't you provide that benefit for my clients? very effective way to do this, utilizing a tool like this. So let's have a conversation about long-term care and your clients as you're talking about retirement planning and thinking into what the next third of your client's life is going to be looking like in retirement. We're living long enough today for age-related issues, illness and injury to begin to manifest itself. And as you're looking at mitigating or eliminating that long-term care risk, this is a powerful tool to have in your toolbox. And we welcome the opportunity to help you run an illustration and sell this solution to your clients. Anthony, thank you for being with us. Thank you for the partnership with Guarantee Life. And for those of you that are part of the Vision Advisors family, thank you for your business. We look forward to helping you and look forward to an opportunity to have a conversation about Gillico and the Annuicare long-term care solution. 1-800-505-8489 is the number here. Thank you for attending. Have a great day.